The curtain falls on a remarkable chapter in the history of one of the world's most secretive states. Kim Jong Nam, a man who for more than 2 decades stood as the nominal face of the North Korean state, has died at the age of 97. While power in the country was always held by the Kim dynasty, Kim Jong Nam carved out a strange and rare niche for himself. Never a member of the ruling family, yet elevated to the highest ceremonial role outside it. His passing invites a look back at a curious life of loyalty, diplomacy, and survival. Born in 1928, during the final years of Japanese colonial rule over the Korean peninsula, Kim Jong Nam entered the ranks of the ruling Workers' Party of Korea in the mid-1950s and steadily rose through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the party apparatus. His rise was remarkable in a system famous for purges and power struggles. By 1978, he had become a member of the Politburo and spent decades representing the regime abroad. In 1998, he assumed the chairmanship of the Presidium of the Supreme People's Assembly, a position that made him the country's nominal head of state. Though the role was largely symbolic, it placed him front and center in diplomatic settings, welcoming foreign dignitaries, reading official proclamations, and appearing on state media as the public face of the regime. What makes his story especially intriguing is that he managed to navigate 3 very different eras of leadership in North Korea: under Kim Il-sung, under his son Kim Jong Il, and under his grandson Kim Jong Un. In a system where loyalty and absolute conformity to the dynastic line matter above all, Kim Jong Nam survived when many others did not. He never fell victim to the dreaded purges that have toppled so many officials in Pyongyang. His career stretched across decades of famine, sanctions, and nuclear standoffs, yet his face remained a constant on North Korean television, a steady figure amid the turbulence of the regime. His tenure also coincided with rare moments of international visibility for North Korea. In February 2018, he traveled to South Korea as head of the North Korean delegation to the Winter Olympics in Pyongyang. It was a rare sight, a North Korean leader walking into a South Korean arena, smiling for cameras, and shaking hands with figures from a world his country largely shuns. That trip symbolized the role he often played, a bridge between his isolated nation and the rest of the world, even if he was never the one truly holding the reins of power. Despite holding the title of head of state from 1998 until his retirement in 2019, the real power in North Korea always lay elsewhere, with the Kim family. His position was more about image and continuity than command. He was the regime's diplomatic mask, its official voice at international gatherings, the calm representative of a system that thrived on secrecy and control. His presence suggested stability, but his limits reminded everyone where true authority resided. After 21 years in that ceremonial role, Kim Jong Nam stepped down in April 2019, making way for a younger official closer to Kim Jong Un. His retirement marked the quiet end of an era. And now, with his passing, one more member of the old revolutionary generation has gone. Reports from North Korean state media say he died on November 3, 2025, of multiple organ failure linked to cancer-related complications. The government described him as an old-generation revolutionary who left extraordinary achievements in the development history of our party and country. A state funeral has been announced, with Kim Jong Un personally offering condolences. For those who study North Korea, Kim Jong Nam's death is more than the loss of an old official. It's the fading of a bridge between eras. He embodied a kind of continuity that is vanishing fast. The disciplined bureaucrat who lived in the shadow of absolute rulers, yet helped sustain their image. His story is a reminder that in Pyongyang, titles can deceive. He was called the head of state, yet he wielded no real power. What he did hold, though, was endurance, the rare ability to serve 3 supreme leaders, weather endless political storms, and remain until the very end a trusted, unshakable servant of the dynasty. As North Korea enters another uncertain chapter, Kim Jong Nam's death quietly closes a door on the past. His life, both ordinary and extraordinary, reflects the strange balance of loyalty and control that defines the regime. He may have been a figurehead, but his steady presence told a deeper story, the story of a man who stood at the front of a state that never truly allowed anyone but one family to lead it.